Well, that's a big bummer. She's gone. So they stored all that, but she's not here. What's up, everyone? So today we got another bee video. We actually have a lot of things that happened this last weekend. I got the nukes already. They're set out. I'm not gonna have time to show you guys that. We have a storm coming in the next couple hours, and the next couple days can be really rainy and just some, good, nasty weather, but good because we need it. So I'm gonna dive into a hive. I'm gonna explain a little bit. So I got the two queens, Carnelian queen. The hive that made it through the winter, I didn't know if it was doing okay or what's going on. I'm expecting the queen's not doing that well. So I'm going to take a look one more time today, and if she is bouncing back, I'm going to leave her be. But I'm also going to do a mite test. I want to make sure that there's no mites in there, or very low if there is. And if she's not doing well, my goal was to have the other one, the new one that I bought, take her out of there, put her in a cage, release her into this one, let her get used to, after that one sits for a day, and then let them, the nest I take her out of, the hive, I'm going to let them make a new one, and then I'll take the queen out of the one that made it over the winter. I'm going to take her and put her in a nuke and see if I can get her to snap back, or maybe she's, just at the tail end and that's it, So let's do that. I'm going to take, also what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them all and put them down to one brood chamber into one box and see if I can just really get them to build fast that way. Suppose I should turn you on so you can see what I'm doing, eh? They got nectar in here. See that? They're not drawing that out yet. For those of you who don't know, this green one is just for them to make drones on. They're very jumpy today. I suppose it's the weather though. So what I'm going to do is I have my nuke over here. I'm going to place all the brood ones in here so I know those have to go down below. Well, look at that. That's all nectar. I'm going to draw on this side out. Uh-oh, look what we got here. Nothing in them, but there's two cells. There's a ton of eggs on this one. And there's the queen right there. So let's take her and put her in here. This one's filled with eggs and larvae. The brood pattern isn't that good, but there's larvae and eggs and all the cells that are capped. Two more queen cells there. So this one's gonna go in there. There we go. There we go. This is what we like to see. I would have to say she's doing a comeback. I mean, that's a pretty full box. But we want her to get down below and have them do basically, so this will all be honey up here and she won't come up here then, and then I put my honey super on and she won't lay eggs in those. Look at that. And all those empty cells have eggs in them on top. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Same with this side. Wow. So she's doing work. A couple more cells there. I know they're thinking about getting rid of her, but I'd like to get, my goal is to make a split off for her soon in the future so I can get her daughter, because she made it through a winter and it was my first year of being dumb. All honey on that side, same at this side. I know they had a bunch of honey down here, so I move this all up. You can see some drone comb over there. I'm gonna have to pull this one. I know she's not in here, so they have this one buckled down. Can you see that? So look at the honey and pollen. Ooh, look at that. That must have been from this winter. Let's scrape that out for him. Alright, so I scraped all that out to help him out. Get it cleaned up. Oh, look at that pollen. Now look at this. Filled with nectar and pollen. Plump full. Look at there. She didn't like me. There again, nectar and pollen. I'm taking this one because this one is that better comb. You can see it's starting to warp. See that? Wow, look at all that brood. So she was down here too. Good. A little bit on this side. More eggs in this one and larvae. Same thing. So let's do a mite test down here with these. Brood and larvae. Bunch of pollen. Look at that one. That's a good brood. Alright. Let's see what else we got down here. Now that I made them all mad. This frame's not even drawn out. Just got honey and a little bit of pollen. Oh, never mind, a lot of pollen. Yeah, and this was another drone, or better be comb. Sorry girls, but I'm taking this one too. Alright, so now we know the queen's in this box. And we have pollen on that frame there and honey. Now if you remember right, or if I remember right, the queen was on this one. I'd like to find her and mark her. There she is. There we go. Alright, so there's the queen. She's marked. Let her crawl on out of there. She went down in there. Good to go. All the brood's down there. So now what we have to do is switch the boxes. So I'm gonna add 2 frames of honey because I took them 2 frames of better comb. Let's see how this is. Man, this thing leaks. Hope if you screw it on right, Matt. Here comes the rain. Ooh, don't try stinging me. Alright, well here comes the rain. We got no mites. I'm gonna let it rest for a little bit. I'll put you in the garage. I wanted to check on these girls quick. It stopped raining again. I just want to see how they're doing. See if they're taking in the sugar syrup or not. See if they're laying good. Okay, this one needs more sugar syrup. It's the carnelians. Cluster is small again. What is going on? Well, that's a big bummer. She's gone. So they stored all that, but she's not here. She's not even in the bottom. It's got me nervous for the other side now. I'm wondering if it's because the doors are so close and they had drift and they all kept going to one side. Because there's like no bees in here again, and I shook a bunch in here. I can hear a roar on this side. Well, even if I wanted to requeen that other hive, I couldn't. She's gone. Hopefully the Italian's still around. There's eggs all over in there. Wow, a lot of eggs. Okay, so she's still in here. There she is. Nice brood, a lot of eggs. Some more eggs on this one. I'm gonna give them more food. It's a bummer with this side. I'm gonna have to order another queen now. I'm gonna shut that entrance off so they quit going in there. Man, queens aren't cheap. I'm just looking one more time to see if she is somewhere around here, but nope. No eggs. Man. Her body's not even in here, so she just got up and left. That's a big bummer. That kind of stinks. I lost her. What do? You know, it's Trial and error, big time. So that was my fault because I made too small of a split. What I think what happened is when I put them in that Apame Hive, they have the two doors are next to the center dividing. So when you have the one open here, the other one's open here. So the entrances are really close. So I think the one was getting most of the bees coming back because I was watching pollen. They're bringing pollen back in both. So I'm wondering if the one got the most bees. And the queen was like, this ain't working out. I'm out of here. And she left. I looked in the bottom. I could not find her. So I know she wasn't in the bottom. So she must have just flown away. So, oh well, it's part of, you know, the learning process too. I did shake some extra bees in there. And they definitely are on the other side. Because that hive is going, you know, really good. And she has a lot of eggs. And they have brood over there. As you can tell, I got a mess of boxes all over. I've been making nuke boxes, bee boxes. I actually found, and some of you guys might be surprised, but I couldn't pass up the deal. I got 4 of them. Now that is a set of brood, 10 frame brood, and a 10 frame honey super, and it comes with the frames and everything, bottom board, top board, inner cover, everything. And I got them for $119, so that's a pretty good deal if you ask me. Time you price out everything through Man Lake, it's more than that. So, and the joints don't fit. So we're gonna see how these go, and I'll do on the next video. I'll give you guys an update how they all went. I'm hoping to get at least a couple of them put together this weekend. Now these are 4 more hives, and yes, I want these filled. That's my goal, is to get these filled by the end of the year. I have plenty of storage. If you look over here, I got a couple of boxes. Now, these boxes, those 4, are filled with comb, and the bottom one has honey in it. So the other 3, well, yeah, the other 3 have comb in there, drawn out, half drawn out, so forth. So those are gonna go towards the newer hives to get them established and get them moving. So I'm gonna have to focus on splits. The other reason why I got the Italian Queen was because they're known for their gentleness, and they build up brood fast, and they build up fast and big brood. So I'm hoping to pull splits off of her and go from there. So bummer about that queen, but live and learn. I got some inner covers too I am building. I have to finish building those. I just started last night before it got dark. They're over there. So I gotta finish those. Those will be for next year, and I'm trying to build it so I can set a couple of nuke boxes on there, and this way I can have 2 nukes going at once for them bringing in a queen. So lots to do. Well, I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see some more. And see you on the next one. Bye.